Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about, and I'm going to show you how to manually input data into your table in phpMyAdmin. But before we get started, of course, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you keep on getting these tutorials. Now, to manually input data into your table, first make sure you select the database and the table you would like to use. I'm using the one from the previous video that we created. As you can see at the top, currently the message that we receive is that there is no result or empty result, meaning that there's no data, but we're going to add data for this table. In order to do that, go ahead and click Insert here. It'll bring you to this form. This is the form that we're going to fill out to manually input that data. As you can see from the previous video, it's the same columns: ID, user, password, and date. So we're going to fill out some together. Now for the very first one, ID, this was already set as an auto increment, so we're not going to put any value here. For user, we're going to name it Amy. And for password, we're going to create a password. I suggest making a more secured password versus this, but for this example, it's just simply going to be password 123. And for the date, we're going to pick a random day, let's say February 1st, 2023. So once you have the first section filled out, you have two options. You can click Go, which will generate that information for you, or you can add additional. For this one, we're going to add one more additional just to see what it looks like. And when you add an additional, go ahead and click off Ignore. And for this one, again, we're going to leave alone ID because it's already auto incremented. And for user, we'll name this one Johnny. And for the password, we'll make another simple one. We'll do password 321. And then for the date, again, we'll just do the next day, which is the 2nd. And once you've added all the information that you need, go ahead and click Go. Now it may take a couple seconds, but as you can see at the message at the top, it has now been generated and those rows are inserted. Just to point out here, as you can see the query for your MySQL database, you're able to use this if you wanted to add the same information. It just displays it back to you, which is really helpful if you're trying to create this in MySQL database. And once you're finished, you can go back to Browse, and now you can see that the data is now in your table. And if you need, you're able to delete. You're also able to copy that same information, edit, or change anything if necessary. So this is the manual way to insert data to your table. And that is all for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you guys are hitting that like and subscribe button so that you can keep getting these awesome tutorials. We'll be back next week with a brand new video. We'll see you then.